Hey YouTube, in this deck profile video I'm going to be going over the Indra deck. So this is the new Narukami support that nobody wanted but everybody either pulled or just completely ignored for Cavalry of Black Steel. So basically set 16 Vanguard 0. So I decided to cover the deck because I got all the cards without even trying. Like day one when I opened the packs, I think I opened like 200 something packs and I ended up pulling like 4 Indra, maybe even 5 Indra without even really trying. So I mean I run the deck just because I have the cards. It's that simple. So this is what I came up with, and in playtesting it, the deck is, you can basically play like it's basically the same Narukami deck where you just substitute Dungaree with Indra and you substitute the 14k grade 3, the Genie card with Vayu, and then you throw like a Kali in there because those are your noble cards. So let's just go over the lineup from 0 to 3, and then we'll just showcase how it plays in your typical ranked game. Alright, so the starter is still Saishin. Saishin's still like a very good anti-everything starter, basically. It kills off Libregal, it kills off basically everything that you can think of. Death Army kind of auto-loses to this, because their starter is very, very important. Lots of things, you know, Battle Sister Waffle, Smiling Presenter won't stay on the field early, Vermilion Gatekeeper won't stay early, Greedy Hand is kind of scared of this guy. So Saishin is just really, really good, so it's still the best starter overall. It's kind of like an anti-meta, but I call it anti-everything, because Narukami has sort of become meta right now, because they're one of the most common decks that you'll come across in playing global on ranked. So Saishin is just really good. Then we have 4 PGs, not really much to say here, you run 4 PGs. And then you have 4 Desert Gunner Orion. You run 4, you gotta run 4 of all Desert Gunners, both the grade 1 and the grade 2, because the Desert Gunners are kind of like another win condition that Narukami does have access to, essentially making the deck kind of like Blockade from set 1 Kagero. Next we have 3 of the Red River Dragoon. The 8k is really good just to be a really good turn 1 ride, or a really good booster. Overall, you can even like put 2 of these in the same column to form 16k if you needed. So we run 3 of them, and then I am running 2 Lightning of Hope Helena. Now, Helena is basically the Ermo for Narukami, and the reason why we run this card to filter during the battle phase is because you do want multiple copies of Indra in hand to put on the field, so you can get the extra criticals. So that's the main reason why we run this. There's another card that we can filter for, it's a grade 2, which we'll talk about it later. But you filter in this deck as opposed to your traditional Narukami deck because it does come in useful. Alright, and then for grade 2s, like I said earlier, 4 Desert Gunner Shiden. You gotta run all the Desert Gunners because that's what helps you win. Then we have a single Dragonic Death Scythe. This could be Garuda. So you don't have to run Death Scythe. This deck doesn't focus too much on the retire plays for the back row. But I just kind of threw this in here as a random tech choice. You don't have to run it though. You could run Garuda. That would be a really good alternate one because the deck does tend to counterblast quite a bit. And then we run 4 Stormbring Dragon. Same reason why we run Helena. We run this because this helps you check top 5 when it hits a Vanguard and search for a grade 3 added to your hand. So you're typically going to filter Indra from the deck into your hand this way. This is one of the mechanisms that you do that or achieve that. And then probably the most important grade 2 for the deck is Thousand Name Wyvern Knight. So this guy, if you have a Noble Vanguard, which is basically Indra or Vayu, or even Kali, that's why we run 1 Kali, you can Soul Blast 1 to have this guy gain the same name as the Vanguard. So it's kind of like how Murakumo plays in V-Series Vanguard, if anyone watching this is familiar with V-Series. But basically, he clones the name of Indra, so then Indra gets an extra critical. So with this plus Indra, that's 2 crit. With this plus Indra and an Indra rearguard, that's 3 crit to Indra. So you can make some pretty hilarious plays with this card and Indra. So yeah. Yeah. We'll showcase like a game earlier that kind of demonstrates what I'm talking about. And then for the grade 3 lineup, here's where people might disagree. Like, okay, if you want to run all nobles, like if you want to go all in on nobles, then the one thing that you would change from this grade 3 list is you would drop Vermilion to 1, and you run 4 Black Celestial Maiden Kali. Now, the reason why I'm running 1 of her is because she isn't really that essential to the deck. Like, she's a good rearguard grade 3, But other than that, you don't really want to ride this as the Vanguard. You don't really, it doesn't really do a whole lot in helping you achieve a win condition. So that's why we only run one of it. We run one of it because it's a noble. That's the only reason why it's in here. But we do run 4 Vermilion, because Vermilion is a rank reward this season, or at time of this deck profile going online. So it's relatively simple to get, like 2 of these. Just get to Legend 20, and I mean, if you're playing casually, like I've been playing casually this season, I got Legend 20. I haven't really bothered to go beyond that because I'm busy with other things. But yeah, you run like 2 to 4 of Vermilion in here, just as an alternate backup Vanguard. Kind of like how in Spectral Duke, I run Phantom Blaster Overlord, because it's an 11k body, and it's a good backup. So this is a backup win condition, or backup Vanguard, basically. So Vermilion's really good, so I recommend him over Dungaree or Kali. But if you don't have enough of him, like if you don't have 4 of him, then you would substitute each missing copy for a Kali. And then, of course, Indra. So Vajra Emperor Indra is the main Vanguard that you want to sit on throughout most of the game. Basically, when he attacks a Vanguard counterblast 1, he gets a crit for each of your other Indras. So if you have 2 of them on the field, he's at 2 crit. If you have the grade 2, which copies the name, so this guy, that's 3 crit. If you have like 2 of those plus 2 Indras, that's 4 crit, and so on. So this is your primary win condition. On top of that, he also gets 1,000 for each of the other nobles. That's the reason why we run Kali, so you just have more consistency in terms of nobles on the field. But that's not a real essential skill, so that's why you don't really worry too much about having nobles. That's why we can run Vermilion. And then the last card is Vayu, so the Lord of Demonic Winds Vayu. He's another alternate Vanguard in addition to Vermilion that backs up Indra. This guy's also a noble, so he's a natural fit in here because this is the noble Narukami deck. Basically, his Vanguard, he has 2 Vanguard effects. One of them is when he attacks, he can counterblast 1 to get plus 10k for each of your other values on the field. So it's kind of like Indra, except instead of gaining crit, he gains 10k, so he can potentially swing over defensive triggers, so you can use him to attack last. And then this unit also gets 1,000 for each of their nobles. So yeah, it has the same other effect as Indra. So that's basically the deck. We'll showcase how it plays in a typical game here. And hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Oh, why does it have to be the mirror match? Why does it have to be the mirror match? When I go as Indra, why is it Indra versus Vermilion? Maybe this guy's playing Indra too, though. We never know. Open any packs this set, so I kind of regret opening the 4 packs that I wasted on DI for the Raid Up Gacha today. I should not have I just should have held on to them. The only thing I got out of that was a 4th Doreen the Thruster, an SP Nimue, and like a bunch of gems. Oh, okay, 2 Indra. This is what you want to see. I don't have another grade 1 though, so just have to send this back. Yeah, and we got it. We're good. Lucia Cross Ride. I don't see the synergy between her and the base form for some reason. That's because there was no synergy. They made a newer one later on. Years later, during G era, they made a new one which does synergize well. This guy probably has no idea that I'm playing Indra. Oh, now he does. That's a dead giveaway. You're not buying any packs until Eradicator rank up? You mean opening, or you mean like buying gems? Now, is this guy gonna kill my Saishin or something? I don't know. What is he gonna do? Oh, he's gonna try to rush me down because I don't know. Well, we'll see. Whatever. Okay, that's a wasted draw. It's not really wasted, but it wasn't really needed. But whatever. All right, is he gonna retire Saishin or not? Let's see. Okay, 1 for 1. Okay, I see. Oh man, this is kind of bad. He did that because I can't hit the guy, but now like I'll have to. Commit this? Yeah. Push him to 2. He's losing a bunch of desert gunners, that's good. Now, how does this work again? When this unit attacks the Vanguard, counter +1 to get +1 crit for each of your other Indra until end of the battle. During your turn, it gets +1,000 for each of your... It's actually all the time, even on the opponent's turn, it gets 1,000 for every Indra. So they're gonna fix that in the maintenance. I saw it in the notes. Alright, so this is 1 to pass, because it's Vermilion. This is a key card that we needed. Hopefully he doesn't check anything, because he's out too. He runs Indra also. What? This Indra build too? And he runs crits? Okay, okay. We're gonna do the Indra thing now. Alright, watch this, watch this. Now how does this work? If you have a Noble's Vanguard, Soul Blast want to have this unit also have the thing. So when he wait, so what? Same name as your Vanguard until the end of the turn. So if you own a card named Vajra, okay, so he copied him, and then we're gonna put this here. So he'll be 3 crit, and then we're gonna do nothing else. We're just gonna do this. Alright, how does it work? When he attacks? Okay. Here we go! 3 crit, let's go! Okay, well there goes this BG. I lost mine, he lost his. This looks like a little fortress. Indra over here, the Indra in the corner with the 3 cards around it. I was not expecting an Indra mirror match. The one time we play against Indra, it's a mirror match. This is 19, okay. Ethics is set 9. What's set 9? I mean, we're in set 6 right now. 7, 8, yes, it's 9. Yes. It's gonna put me at 5. Huh. Man, all these desert gunners, I'm gonna need some heals. I checked one earlier and it whiffed. This guy is whiffed 1. Oh, okay, here we go. Wait, skip. Alright, check this out. Put this here. Activate this skill. He'll gain 1, 2, 3. He'll have 4 crit. That can put my opponent at 6 damage if he doesn't have anything. Let me see. That doesn't actually do anything for me, now I think about it. So, just kill it off anyway. Alright, dude! Show me the PG or it's game. Because you can't heal until you go to 6 damage. And if he PGs, he's going to go to 3 because we're going to use it on this guy. Oh, what? Oh, man, draw your heal, dude. Yes, yes! There you go, boys. That's Indra. That's Indra. What? Oh, man, that's amazing. That was hilarious. That actually worked out. Wow.